Good morning and welcome to this video for Nick Hacks. We're actually working with air dry clay again today. We're going to be making an air dry clay flower. Here I'm using Crayola. It's not an ad. You can use any type that works well. And first things first, we're going to break off a piece of our clay. And what we're going to be working on today is a calla lily. So, a little bit of a different type of flower, a little bit more intricate. And as you can see here, you don't need a whole bunch of clay. Like this is, kind of like a little bit of a handful. This will do. This will work perfectly. So first things first, we have our piece of clay, and then we're going to kind of separate it into two pieces. So let's take, about a fifth, maybe closer to 2/5, and we're going to break this off. And we're going to roll it into a ball. And what we're going to be making here with this piece is the stamen. So if you think about kind of a lily, it has that kind of center piece that looks like a little bit like a rod. That's what we're going to make out of this first piece that we've broken apart here. So first things first, we rolled it into a ball, and then we're kind of shaping it more into a cylinder. Okay. So here, kind of have a little bit of a cylinder shape. You know what? This actually is just a pinch more than I would like. So put that away, roll it into a ball again, and then shape it into this rod/cylinder. And if you've seen a lily, which I'm sure you have, this is kind of the central piece where, the kind of the petal revolves around. Okay. So now I think we have like a good rod shape here. Okay, great. Put this down. All right, now we're going to be working on the leaf part of the lily. So we're rolling this whole piece here into a ball. All right. All right. Shape that in our hands here. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of press that using our thumb. We're going to spread that into our palm. And this is a little bit different. Usually, a lot of times we're looking for like a perfectly cylinder shape. Here we're looking for a teardrop, almost a heart type shape. So we want it to be kind of thin on one end and then kind of open up and be more round on the other end. All right. So you can see we're kind of shaping this here. The key with pressing into your thumb is you don't want it to get too thin at any of the areas. So you want to try to kind of make sure that it's still even while you're pressing it. All right. And then, if it gets too thin, the issue is, it kind of starts to tear, and then when it dries, it just looks kind of uneven. So you just want to try to make it so it's just kind of consistently has about the same size all throughout. All right, so we're getting there. This is getting nice and spread out. Just going to do a little bit more to even it out here. And as you can see here, this isn't like a perfect heart or a perfect teardrop, but that's okay, right? Here we're just kind of trying to get it as close as possible. And this is very much a beginner's project, so it definitely doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so I think we're almost there. Starting to look good. All right, starting to come together. Okay, so now we have the leaf piece here. And as you can see here, we have the rod. And we're going to just place that in the center. And then what I like to do is I like to kind of tuck this bottom piece in. So it kind of, it kind of holds the stamen piece here. And it just gives it like a little bit of that standing independently. Here, let me move this up just a pinch. Kind of tuck this bottom piece in, and then we're going to fold over the leaves here. And we're going to fold over this leaf. And we're just kind of trying to stand it up so we have kind of this stamen piece kind of standing up. And we're just going to pull this up just a little bit. All right. Kind of shape the bottom piece so it looks like it's all one coming together a little bit. And, there you have it, kind of a very basic calla lily, and you can imagine, here we're using just kind of white clay, but you could paint this, or you could be using more of a dyed clay to have some different type of colors. Like the stamen here could be yellow, and you could have more of kind of an ivory for the leaves. So there you have it, basic calla lily. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. All right, thanks a lot. Take care.